Hello, this is a short video presentation on rational exponents. Rational exponents can also be thought of as fractional exponents. Fractional exponents. Our exponents are going to be fractions. And at the first, this sounds really confusing. How can we have fractions for exponents? But you're going to find that it really makes our life very simple. All right, let's start off with, we're just going to use letters to identify stuff. We have our base and we have a fraction, P over Q. The denominator is the root. If it's a 3, it's the third root. If it's a 4, it's the fourth root. If it's a 2, it's the square root. And this is an exponent. Exponent. So the numerator is an exponent. The denominator is the root. So b raised to the p over q power is the same as a radical with b inside of qth root taken to the p power, or more commonly written as a radical b taken the qth root of it and raising it to the p power this way. That's all it is. Okay, this is the radical form, and you're going to be asked to put things in radical form today or tomorrow. That's the radical form. Oops, I don't like that. This is the exponential form. Exponential. Radical form means we want it written with a radical. Exponential form means we want it written with an exponent. All right? It's pretty sloppy writing, but whatever. All right, let's look at some examples. We want to rewrite in exponential form. Exponential we want to rewrite this in exponential form. So we have the cube root of 8 squared. Our base is 8, the root is 3, and the exponent is 2. That's it. All right, let's look at another one. The fourth root of 32x raised to the third power. Now we have to use parentheses, 32x, because we are taking the fourth root of all of this and raising it to the third power. Not just the x. Without the parentheses, it's wrong. All right, this is rewriting in exponential form. Now what we want to do is rewrite in radical form. So there's 3 things I'm going to ask you to do. And this is the second one, rewrite in radical form. So we have 10 raised to the 1/2 10 raised to the 1/2 power. So in a radical form, 10 goes inside. The root is 2. It's the square root, so we don't put any number here. All right, don't put a 2 here. All right, we don't do that. All right, and the exponent is 1, so we leave it be. 2x to the 5/6, in parentheses, 2x raised to the 5/6 power. We have the 6th root, the denominator is the root, of 2x, all raised to the 5th power. And notice I'm using parentheses right here, these parentheses there. Without them, it's wrong. All right, again, very straightforward and simple. Let's look at one quick more one. 3 to the 5/2, 3 to the 5/2, the square root of 3. Notice we do not put the 2 there, raised to the 5th power. Or, like I said before, raised to the 5th power. All right, pretty straightforward. All right, last thing, and probably in some ways the most important thing, is you're going to be asked to evaluate. Evaluate means come up with a number. Tell me what this really is. If I plugged it into my calculator, don't. If I plugged it into my calculator, what number would I get? All right, 16 to the 3/2 power means I take the square root of 16 and then I raise it to the 3rd power. Square root of 16 is 4, raised to the 3rd power. And then 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. All right, 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. We've evaluated it. We let you know, we told you, or you told me, depending on who's doing it, what this number evaluates to. Let's look at one more. 27 raised to the 2/3. The cube root of 27 squared. Now we wouldn't do this because I don't know what 27 squared is. All right, so I'm always going to use my parentheses. All right, I want to evaluate the radical first if I can. Cube root of 27 is 3. 3 squared is 9. All right, again, not too complicated, hopefully. Thing to remember is the fraction, the numerator is the exponent, the denominator, whoops, what happened there? The denominator, numerator exponent, denominator is the root. That's it, but you have to memorize that. Must be memorized. All right, have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.